This is KGW News at Sunrise.
New court documents give context to what happened before a Vancouver homeowner shot a man in his driveway. We'll bring you those details coming up. Plus,
we're feeling pretty good about June, but we're a little bit concerned what July and August are going to look like as those flashy fields start to dry out.
The Mount Angel Fire District, one of many fire departments in Oregon that's getting money from the state to hire more staff. We're going to bring you more details on the plan to strengthen local forces for wildfire season.
And if you haven't yet tried virtual reality or know what the metaverse is, stick around. We're going to give you a glimpse into this all-digital world that's being built right now by some of the biggest companies in the world, and how Portland State business students are getting in on it early.
oh my gosh, I'm trying to still figure out this world. Don't get me wrong.
A lot of people don't want to deal with this world, and they're going into that one.
I think I saw you, Brenda.
Yeah.
I saw you.
Peace out,
Jump shift. Yep.
Oh my gosh, good morning, everybody. Before we get digressing too much this morning, we do have our eye on the upcoming heat wave, but today it's really pleasant.
78 yesterday. At the warmest, I'd say we repeat that. I'm forecasting 76, so take advantage of the nice, comfortable conditions outside. We're starting off with kind of partly cloudy skies to mostly clear. There's a little bit of high cloudiness, and of course there's Mount Hood looking off to the east. Sun popping up at 20, when does it come up? 22 this morning, I think. 5:22. 52 is the early morning number. Some of you are in the 40s. In fact, I'm going to show you that because it is a cool start. So this has been great sleeping weather. I hope your apartment or home just feels great. 49 out in Hillsboro, 45 degrees up in Happy Valley, 51 in Almsville. So great weather this morning to get outdoors. 66 at noon, and again, there's my sunny high of 76 degrees. The heat wave talk, that's coming up in about 8 minutes.
All right, we'll hear more from Rodney then. Right now, we do want to get to our top story this hour. New details about what led up to this week's driveway shooting in Vancouver that sent one man to the hospital. Police wound up arresting Jacob Cantrell and charged him with assault for allegedly shooting a man who he said was breaking into his car.
But new court documents show what happened does not match up to the initial police report. So according to those docs, there was a confrontation earlier that morning between the two men. That's something police did not include in their press release. The documents also say the 33-year-old Cantrell shot the 44-year-old man after he told police he heard the guy driving by his home near Southeast 148th and 1st Street with a loud exhaust, and he confronted him about it. Cantrell said the man then pulled into his driveway, grabbed one of his shovels, and started damaging his car. That's when Cantrell shot several times without warning, hitting the victim 8 times. Neighbors say they've felt unsafe around Cantrell for years.
I've been anticipating something to happen over there for a long time now. He's very strange.
He is up on the roof with his lawn chair. He's in the middle of the street throughout the night making noise, got whips and hatchets.
So Cantrell was arrested and charged with assault. A judge set his bail at $500,000. His arraignment is July 1st.
We also have an update this morning on the deadly shooting that happened earlier this week at Raymond Park in Southeast Portland. Police identified the man who was killed as 22-year-old Javonte Sherman. Investigators say someone shot Sherman around 10 o'clock Monday night, but by the time they arrived, he had already left the park in a car. A police sergeant found the car about 1.5 miles away near Southeast 122nd and Division and tried to provide first aid, but Sherman did not survive. So far, police have not made any arrests in this case.
We're also learning more about the man shot and killed by law enforcement last Saturday near Milwaukee. Derek Clark reportedly worked for a local nonprofit called the Insight Alliance, and it focused on transforming lives and ending recidivism. He got involved while incarcerated at McLaren Youth Facility as a teen. Reports show police shot Clark after they say he led them on a chase, then got out of the car armed with a gun. That case will now be reviewed by a Clackamas County grand jury.
Other headlines we're tracking this morning. A prolific Portland shoplifter known as the Hamburglar will serve 4 years in prison. Barry Sanders pleaded guilty to a felony theft charge after stealing from Fred Meyer last year. He also admitted to violating probation after agreeing to stay away from stores where he committed crimes, including Safeway, Target, Winco, and Home Depot. Sanders confessed to shoplifting more than 1,000 times from Portland area stores. Starting in September, TriMet is reducing service on 10 more bus lines. The agency says it doesn't have enough staff. Back in December, it cut 20 other bus lines for the same reason. TriMet says it's trying to keep buses running in areas with high numbers of low-income residents and people of color. You can check trimet.org to see the full list of changes. And Multnomah County is preparing for extreme heat this summer by opening more cooling centers. It's identified 18 buildings that can quickly convert into cooling centers 24 hours a day. It's unclear if any of those will open this weekend, but with temps forecast in the 90s, we'll let you know as soon as officials decide. And those are some of your Thursday morning headlines.
Fire departments across Oregon are getting a financial boost from the state right now to help with this year's wildfire season. The State Fire Marshal's office is giving departments a one-time $35,000 grant to help beef up firefighting staff this summer. A lot of rural fire agencies are run in part by volunteers, and that includes the Mount Angel Fire District.
We're going to be able to pay some of our volunteers and any of our full-time people overtime to be able to staff the station during our most critical hours.
So far, more than 160 fire departments in Oregon have applied for these $35,000 grants, which cap out at $6 million. That funding was made possible through Senate Bill 762, which passed after Oregon's historic wildfire season 2 years ago.
All right, this morning we're talking food. We're at Nola Donuts, their newest location on Beaverton-Hillsdale Highway. They make New Orleans-inspired treats. So right now they are putting together some breakfast hand pies. They look savory and yummy and cheesy. I'm in.
Hand pies.
Yeah, they have a new breakfast menu. They serve up traditional cafe au lait. They also serve beignets, which is very Louisiana. And just this month, they're selling some special rainbow donuts in honor of Pride. Look, you got a little green with your hand pie.
I like the idea of a hand pie.
Yeah.
I do too.
A
Those
pie
are delicious.
that fits in your hand.
That is a good idea.
Munch, 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 munch.
Yeah, and I also like a
great
full-size pie. I had no problem with a full-size pie.
That's a two-hand pie.
Yeah, but this idea of a pie in my hand, then into the mouth.
No
Love
fork
all of it.
needed.
Brenda, what are we going to do with these guys?
Okay.
Then you've got your supersized pies.
Oh, boy.
Oh, we're doing weather?
Rodney.
That's at Costco.
Yeah.
Let's talk some hot weather coming for the first time this year. Remember, we've only hit 80 twice. The warmest we've been, 83. And just like that, we're going to be pushing close to 100 degrees, it looks like, on Sunday. So the dry weather pattern continuing through all of this with a lot of sunshine building in as the hot weather builds in. So this air mass tracker shows you the hot weather in orange into yellow colors. The hottest day here on the west side of our state will be Sunday. And notice how the warm air mass, see the yellow, that does extend off the coast. So some cooler weather at the coast, but not cool, if you will. It's still going to be pretty toasty. And then the hottest day for the eastern half of our state, or east of the Cascades, sets up for the day on Monday. So here are some temperatures. The beach is probably going to be just slam packed. If you're going, make sure you, don't just show up and expect to have a room somewhere. Friday, 73 to 76 with beautiful sunshine. Beautiful sunshine on Sunday. And now we start to heat up 85, probably some 90-degree temperatures right at the beach itself. Sunday's a bit of a question mark. Sunday could go either way. I'm going 80 to 88. I say either way because Saturday we have the east wind. That guarantees the hot weather. Sunday, the winds go light and variable, so during the day, there could be a fog bank start to creep up from the south into places like Newport and Lincoln City. But that's pretty warm weather, right? All 3 days. Hottest temperatures in our area. The hottest day out in the Dalles will be Monday, 99 degrees. Redmond, Monday, 96. Hottest day in Hermiston will be Monday, 100. Then you come back getting to the west side. Sunday in Hood River, 95. Salem, Sunday, 97 degrees, which is my projected high for Portland as well. Early morning look at some of our live cams. Cloud deck holding offshore in Lincoln City right now from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. And there's the partly cloudy conditions from our Wells Fargo building. Portland's at 52. Cool outside this morning. In fact, 45 right now. And Kelso is, you guys are the coolest in the state. I just now realized that up in Kelso Longview. Well, coolest, you're in Washington, obviously. I was looking at Oregon, my bad. 76 Thursday, today, 84 tomorrow. Portland goes 92, 97, 94. We cool off Tuesday with a chance of a shower and a thunderstorm I live in Washington, by the way, so don't be a hater. Back to you.
Rod, thank you.
And what we're trying to teach the students here to make them aware of is that you don't need to be just thinking about what's coming next. You need to think about what's coming after what's coming next.
Yeah, we are talking about the metaverse this morning. It's the all-digital, four-dimensional world, accessible right now only by clunky headsets. Why Portland State business students see the importance of getting acquainted with it early with all the opportunities the metaverse has to offer. That's next on Sunrise.